Hi, you're thinking about renting your home in Carlsbad, and the first question that comes to your mind is probably the most important one. What can I actually get for rent on this house? Maybe you looked at Zillow, maybe a neighbor told you what they rented their home for. Um, Maybe you have a number in your head that's just you're not sure if it's realistic or not. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we price luxury single family homes in 92011 to give you a sense for the work that goes into coming up with the right numbers, the things that move that number up, the things that pull it down, and where your home likely falls in the current 2026 market. I'm Derek Peterson. I'm with Avier Property Management. We specialize in luxury single family home rentals in Carlsbad. And I specifically look at 92011 and 92009. So let's get into it. The problem with Zillow and the 1% rule. Let's start with what not to do, and that's rely on Zillow. Zillow's rent estimate, it's not horrible, but Zillow's rent estimate and similar tools are built for the broad market. The average across apartments, condos, townhomes, single family homes, everything thrown into one in most cases. In 92011, that means the algorithm of the home's value is mixing data from a 3,500 a month condo to an 8,500 a month single family home in Aviera. And the result is it is almost always too low for the single family home in a lot of cases. You may also heard that the old real estate of thumb rule of thumb, the 1% rule, that the 1% of the home's value as monthly rent for a $2 million home, that'd be 20,000 a month. In Carlsbad, that's simply not the market. And it's very unlikely that you're going to be able to get that. The luxury rental market here operates on its own logic, driven by comparative active listings, tenant demand, and specific features of your home, not a formula for a built, for a standard national average. So let me give you the real numbers. In luxury single family homes in 92011, I'm specifically talking about luxury homes ranging in 1.8 to $3 million range. We're currently seeing active rentals priced between 6,500 and 10,000 a month. The sweet spot for a well-maintained 3 to 4 bedroom home in Aviera, Bressi Ranch, La Costa, about 2,000 to 2,800 square feet, no view premium, is generally 7,000 to 8,500 right now. That's based on what I'm actually seeing listed in lease, not estimates. Homes with strong premiums, ocean or lagoon views, 5 or more bedrooms, oversized lots, resort style pools, new construction finishes. Those things can push 9,000 to 12,000 a month and sometimes beyond. On the lower end of our segment, a smaller home in a more interior location with older finishes might sit at 6,000 to 6,250. It's still an excellent rental income, and it still supports a strong return if you keep understand your carrying costs and keep those things manageable. The broader Carlsbad market is showing about a 0.8% year over year rent growth as of early 2026. The luxury single family home segment is holding up well here because supply is so constrained. The interest rates are just crazy low, and most people aren't going to move to another home to increase their monthly payment. They're going to maybe right size the house they're living in, maybe bring in, grandparents or things of that nature, to kind of make sense out of staying in their current home. Um, Now let's walk through what commands top dollar Let's talk about what adds premium to your number. These are the features that allow us to push toward the top range. Views, that's number one. An ocean view, a lagoon view, or even a strong golf course view in Aviara adds real dollars. We typically see maybe 300 to 800 a month per month premium over a comparable home without a view, depending on the quality of the line of sight. Pool and spa, a well maintained pool and spa with nice outdoor entertaining areas, arguably the number one feature luxury tenants in Carlsbad search for. In a climate like ours, you spend a lot of time outside, and it's almost an expectation at the high end. A home with a resort style pool commands meaningfully more than the same without one. Bedrooms and flexible spaces. The luxury tenant paying 8 to 10,000 a month often has children and needs a space or works from home and needs a dedicated office. 4 bedrooms plus an office or a loft is a very strong combination. 5 bedrooms is the upper tier. Newer updated finishes, a kitchen remodeled in the last 5 years, hardwood or luxury vinyl floors, updated bathrooms. These signal move-in ready quality that the right tenant will pay a premium for. Dated finishes are a negotiating point in the tenant's favor. School districts. Carlsbad School District is a major draw. Pacific Rim, Aviara Oaks Elementary, all these things, these school zones are highly sought after and raise the price that we can get for a home in that area. And solar, more and more quality tenants are asking for solar. They have to pay for the SDG&E bill, and those lower their monthly costs. I mean, SDG&E has just gone insane with their pricing lately. So I'm glad I have solar. Right? What reduces your rent value? Just as important as knowing what adds to the value is understanding what pulls it down and what you can do before we list. Deferred maintenance, a home that shows visible wear, peeling paint, stained carpets, a pool that hasn't been serviced, a garage door that doesn't work right, tells the tenant that they're getting a tired home. That costs you both in price and the quality of applicant you can attract. Overpriced, comparable neighborhood, not all 9201 is equal. A home back to a busy road, a flight path, or adjacent to a commercial property will price lower for the same square footage than compared to a quiet cul-de-sac. We account for this in our analysis. Unusual floor plan, anything funky, that's going to be a deduct. Timing, everything is crucial with timing. The rental market in Carlsbad, like any other market, is extremely seasonal. Homes listed in March through June lease faster and slightly higher prices than homes listed in November. And it just depends on what's going on in the market too. Sometimes, um, the holidays can be extremely slow. So as a pro tip, the single most important thing you can do, the highest ROI return, is definitely a deep professional clean and a fresh coat of paint on scuff walls. These two things alone can shift your price, hundreds of dollars a month. That initial, you know, um, curb appeal, and when they walk in the front door, that is the most important thing, really. So, so how do we actually arrive at a number? Let me walk you through what we do. Step one, we pull all the active listings in 92011 or whatever zip code that are comparable to your home. Active listings are the most important signal because that's what prospective tenant is comparing your home against. Step two, we are recently leased homes. What did comparable properties actually rent for in the last 60 to 90 days? Asking price is a starting point. Lease price is what matters. Step 3, we walk through your home either in person or do a detailed property intake and adjust for specific features, conditions, finishes, outdoor space, school boundaries, things of that nature. Step 4, we give you a price range with a clear recommendation. We'll tell you the number that leases the fastest, the number that maximizes monthly income with an acceptable vacancy risk, and the ceiling above which will likely sit empty for too long. And here's something I want to be honest about. Overpricing is one of the most expensive mistakes a luxury landlord can make. Even 2 weeks of additional vacancy at $8,000 a month costs you $4,000. A $200 per month pricing error in other direction is recouped in 20 days. Getting the price right at launch is everything. I hope this gives you a real picture of the 92011 luxury markets, where it sits today and what drives home prices and rental prices. There's no substitute for a local expert who has eyes on active comps every day. And that's exactly what we offer. If you like a free rental analysis for your home, a real specific number with comps to back it up, reach out to us at aviarapropertymanagement.com. It's completely free. There's no obligation, and it takes about 48 hours to turn around. Next episode, we'll tackle one of the biggest decisions departing homeowners face. Should you rent or sell before you leave? That one the next episode, will save you from one of the most expensive mistakes I see owners make. We'll see you there. Again, Derek Peterson, Aviara Property Management. Have a great day.